Check out this bike, guys. We're gonna have it together in 2 days for Born Free. I'm moving so fast.
I give up hope.
No. All right, so yeah, I'm basically working on getting this flung off of the front forks. Bigger grinder for this thing, just to eat through a lot of this. It actually clotted and sealed up pretty quick. Yay, first blood. Actually, I think that's like third blood. And not too bad, we'll get that cleaned up. Carry on, my wayward son. You got any of them finger condoms? Tab was a huge to get through, but we did it. And so just kind of smoothing it out now, adding more of like a hand-touched radius to it. And yeah, then we'll clean it off, kind of sand it down, blend it, paint it, flip it, and reverse it.
I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
You want to tell me why you're not happy over here?
It didn't look good enough. So you gotta overachieve. I'm wet sanding the aluminum again. Polish it to make it look like a mirror, hopefully. This is what you do when you can't get polished parts in time. You make them polished.
After you're done polishing, you flip it, and then you reverse it.
I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
So it's all a process. You start with the roughest sandpaper and build all the way up to like 3,000 grit. So now I'll go around it again and hopefully we have it and we're done.
So the leather seat right now is super distressed and we are re-dyeing it black. So it looks a little bit newer because the rest of the bike looks a lot newer, even though it's a vintage inspired bike. So I'm gonna clean it off and then I'm going to put the dye on, leave the dye for like 15 minutes, and then we're gonna buff it out.
Damn.
Yeah, look at this. And look how it filled in the cracks. I did not think it was gonna go in that.
Yeah, that's
smooth.
crazy.
It didn't even say 2 coats, it just says 1.
We're basically in the final stretch right now, and I really wish I could disassemble this entire thing to take it to powder, but we literally don't have time, and I'm not really happy with how it's turning out. There are flaws, and I'm kind of a perfectionist. Most people won't see the I will. This bike's gonna be on the road for like a year. Like I literally can't fix it for like a huge chunk of time. So just those little things that are gonna eat at me little by little. Check out this bike, guys. We're gonna have it together in 2 days for Born Free. No front end, no back end, no side covers, no tank. Electric just hanging everywhere. Paint drying on it. We'll make it. I'm gonna get the horn. Actually, I already have the horn. Horn here. Had to modify the bracketry on it and then paint it up. Working with this thing and this thing. You know, sometimes life just hands you hurdles, guys, and it's a show of your character on how you decide to push through and jump them. If your shoe gets caught on it.
You want me to...
Can you stop? I'm like in a deep moment here, bro.
Really, bro?
All right?
Really?
You're talking about hurdles in life and cutting your fingers off. Can you give me a second? If like,
That
you
was
jump over the
$150 finger.
It costs more than that.
What?
It costs way more than that.
No, that's what it costs to cause
Oh, that pissed me off even more
it.
once I saw that.
Saved $150 by losing a finger.
Why I gotta go there, dog? Damn.
We kind of filled a bearing full of grinding dust. It stayed on the front end and now the grease has all the metal grindings in it. Let me see this.
What's up, dog?
Got my face!
I'm not that close to you guys.
You're close.
Sometimes.
You're close.
Well, I got no other choice. I only have one setting.
Well, you gotta figure you should be further away to fit this head in.
So like if it got on the grease on the outside,
He just cleaned it
yeah,
off.
we just cleaned it all off and like it.
Make sure you use your bandage finger.
Dude, I'm so f***ing tired of this finger. That's part of the f***ing packing a bearing with grease process.
Can I do the next one?
Be careful with them neck bearings, bro.
I'm moving so fast, but it's very moving.
Feel the burn. Why is it burning in my rib cage though?
Tapo, offo.
Oh.
All right, putting this waxy chain on. Something we just noticed. So we basically have the spacing all set up with the new spacers. Ended up machining one down a little bit to fit in here. The chain is lined up, looks great. However, one of the things we didn't notice earlier on, brake mount doesn't quite touch the brake stay. It just barely misses it. So that means I need to essentially weld a bead onto the end of that just to extend it a little bit. I hate to do that because I literally just finished painting all this shit, putting it all together, but gotta do what we gotta do. So let's just bite the bullet and get to it.
It's like one of those things, like you're still trying to get going, but it just seems like everything's like gut punching you.
Like, we walked in today and we were both really happy.
We're still happy, but
Yeah. But you're gonna go check and see if...
Amanda's here because I think the brake line for the front of the bike's in the van. Well, let's find something else to work on.
Why is there no build in this episode? It always says build. Hell no. Look who's back.
Eat low carb ice cream bars. There's 4 for 4 of us. Butt to butt.
We need to see if that brake line's in there.
I know.
Very good, Moto.
No. Oh no. This is good, bro.
Sing your Blockhead song.
Blockhead. He is red and square. He loves motorcycles. Blockhead.
Front fender's on. Rear fender is on-ish, but what we're running into, Alan has found out that chrome hardware is bullshit. A lot of this chrome hardware, what they do, they just dunk the whole thing. And whenever they do that, it adds thickness, right? Like it's just, you can't go any further than that. You have to clean up the threads. So that's, you literally pay more money for the nicer hardware, and then you also have to do extra work. So that's cool. Dude, we could take it for, swap it for stainless. I mean, it is nice, but I do have a tap and die set at home, which it's like a full kit. So we're gonna bring that tomorrow and we're gonna clean up all the hardware so that it threads in well. But this is good stopping point. We want to go enjoy dinner at a place that if we stayed here till our normal time, we would not make it before they close. All right. Welcome back, boys. We're getting chrome off of bolts. Harbor Freight saves the day. And we got this tap and die set.
Just running these through dies, stripping chrome off the threads.
All right, so while Alan is doing all that, I'm gonna go ahead and do the chain. So we basically need to break it right here. Chain breaker. And then we got the new master link. Chain broken. Okay, so this part is painful because we didn't drill the hole for the wiring on the taillight, so I have to punch this freshly painted fender, and then we have to drill it. All right, so we're talking about wanting to put something between the light and the fender, right? So the mount there, so that it's not like directly paint on paint. So normally, like have a piece of rubber or something. So I'm like, hey, there's a piece of rubber here. You could use that, but that's textured. Tool chest, they have like this kind of, right, stuff on the bottom of it. I've got a tool chest that has a lot of clean, unused drawers over here, which Alan just walked over to. So we could totally use that. Place it right here, trace it out, cut it, flip it, and reverse it.
I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
Okay, the chrome hardware has bit us in once again. So for the small stuff, we don't have a like thread cleaner tap and die piece. So these ones, which we got in all chrome, are not, they bind up, and then the heads on them start to round out. So those, we're gonna go back to Ace and get stainless ones. Also, the pinch bolts on these things, obviously not made for modern frames. So we've got these large, and this is fine thread.
So it's 7/16 by 20. So 7/16 is an odd hardware size in general, but then the fine thread on top of it.
Yeah. Whenever we turn, that is going to touch the frame for sure, unless we bump the bars up a little bit. We got enough thread on the castle nut, but essentially, yeah, we can make these to where they are
Sit like that.
Yeah, flush with the tops of the forks. And then I've got little bolts that are coming that we'll basically put into the threads where those red plugs are right now. All right, so we have a aluminum spacer in there. It is a little bit too tall, so we're gonna machine it down just to drop those a bit, but that'll be plenty of clearance for those bolts, I believe. So we need to remove 0.11. All right, lathe time.
They didn't have all this electrical to worry about. I'm just trying to figure out where to route it.
Up a somewhere, and then over a somewhere, and then, you know.
Frame in a very tight springer ain't exactly.
Yeah, it'll pinch. So stock, it basically had the top clamp, and then it went straight down.
Yeah, it came around the front.
Yeah. So since we're doing the tank lift, the tank will not be flush against the frame here, so we're gonna have a little bit of room on the front. So what we're gonna do is basically run the wiring here through the top, and then back to the harness there on the side. For the headlight, we're gonna basically run it back through here. We're gonna probably zip tie it to the bracketry there just so it stays in place, and then we should have good clearance through here, back to the main harness. And then flip and reverse it.
I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
You were asking me something about the brakes or some shit.
Hey, I tried it this way and then I flipped it, and you're like, did you reverse it?
But did you reverse it after you flipped it and you just like walked away? I think he was actually kind of mad.
I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it.
It's not the time. It's definitely the place, but it's not the time. Amanda has gone to pick us up a chain rivet tool. I'm gonna get back on reassembling the primary.
Here's your bandit. It, like after.
Alright, I gotta get the derby cover back on, just filled that with primary fluid. Alan's been cranking on the rear fender. Got the fender supports kind of mocked up on there. Wow. An old school light. The thing is so dim. But hey, I guess it matches. Very correct. I think we talked about running into an electrical gremlin for a little bit. Did we? Harley-Davidson makes a lot of the connections in the neck very similar. So we got one of those flip-flopped. Luckily, that was it. So essentially like this and this, we got them all sorted out. So, I mean, we were checking everything. We were checking the connections for the ECM, the BCM, the security tip sensor.
Because when you tear a whole bike down, you got no idea where to start.
Yeah.
There's a minute I started thinking, could the horn be an issue?
Yeah, dude, I thought that too. Oh, we get to hear the horn? Holy shit. Dude.
That's awesome.
That is a way better horn than what comes with it. That's so
And it
good.
fits pretty well.
Yeah, dude. Better like sounding in my opinion. It's got like more of that low tone. The newer stuff is like really high pitched, you know?
I mean, it is like 3 times the size.
Yeah, it's true. And it's the next day, just like that. We are back on it after a 14-hour shift. We've been averaging 12-hour shifts, but yesterday, 14 hours. Alan's got a couple things he wants to do to the rear fender. We'll walk us through it real quick.
So right now, with how long we have this fender, electrical has to come all the way out the bottom, which I don't like. I'm gonna punch a hole right here so we can drop it out where it needs to go. I'm also gonna thin up this harness because I have the whole main harness like this far in the fender.
Yeah.
And it's very thick.
Dude, could you imagine if we kept that rubber
Yeah.
like tubing on it?
Like back here is just 2 wires and it's real tight and
Yeah.
everything. Here it gets quite thick, so I'm gonna split it
Yeah.
and just leave the 2 wires and
Cool.
pull everything up in here.
Primary all done, derby covers on, got primary fluid in there. I'm gonna go ahead, get to tidying up the neck with the wiring and stuff, get all that stuff pushed back in, and then we can get the tank on.
Sitting here bleeding brakes old school because we've already taken all the vacuum bleeders out of the shop.
Moving before building a bike sucks. So for the seat, it's got these little leather washers that go between the spring and the pan. And they're like brown leather, so we're coloring to black. All right, guys, we got to a point where the bike is finally together. It's right behind me. You can't see it, just that little part right there. But it's done. You guys have to tune in to the next video in order to see the fully completed, what we're calling Delphine, because obviously it's Delphine Blue. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode and all these past episodes leading up into this point. Next one, you guys get to see it fully together. Thanks for watching this one. If you guys enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon also so it sends notifications of future uploads and activity. Till next time, ride safe, stay vigilant. Catch you guys on the next one.